So this is a last minute trip to Wales, me and Paul. Just a road trip really. We're going to stop at Dolgelley Moto Camp Wales, which is Moto Junkies place. It was a last minute trip organised at about midnight last night between me and Paul. We actually got off about 12:30 today, taking a route avoiding motorways, but there's been nothing worth filming. So we've just stopped at a petrol station to get a cup of coffee. We're just past Wrexham, so we're about an hour and 10 minutes away from Dolgelley. So I might start filming something when we get on the nice roads. So we've finally hit some nice roads on the road from Ruthin to Barlow. Beautifully smooth roads, but a lot of it's 40 and 50 zones. A lot of it's 50 mile an hour average speed cameras, but we've just managed to come into some unrestricted roads which are a little bit nicer, so at least we can enjoy the ride a little bit, even though we're only about half an hour from our destination. Moto Camp Dolgelley. It's an old golf course, and Steph, who runs it's really chilled. We didn't really need to book, and she just said pitch wherever you want, just beyond the tree line. Yeah, so there's just the odd little bench under the tree, little picnic table, and it's basically just pitch wherever you want, guys. So that's what we'll do. That's the tents up and bikes sorted out and everything, all ready to go into town now. So the pub bar meal has turned into a doner kebab overlooking the river in the town centre. But at least it's a nice kebab. A bit big, but I'm sure I'll manage it. So me and Paul are walking back up the world's steepest hill, complete with bags of beer, because we didn't want to stay in the pubs. People have obviously been out all day. They'd stopped serving food, so we ended up with the kebab and decided to walk back to the campsite with a load of beer and join whoever's sitting around outside.
Around the campfire.
Around the campfire, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, I've been out in the lanes and why I went in the thing. So like I say, yeah, I'll just kick it all back. It just kicked back a bit over.
Grant.
We've just come back to the tents and got settled down for the evening. So let's see what happens tomorrow. Cheers. The joys of camping. It was absolutely freezing last night, and then it was boiling when the sun came out in the tent. So get the jet boil on, get the coffee. Can't beat it. Jet boil or fire maple. Amazon rip-off of said jet boil for a cup of coffee on a morning. Something resembling an instant latte there. Better than nothing. Healthy breakfast, there we go.